just shorted NETE. It just popped from 610 to 840. About, was that 40%? 30? Let's see. 840, 230 divided by, yeah, about 40% pop. And we had this wick and then this crack here. And so I'm short 1,000 shares at about 788. So we're going to give this the morning and see what happens here. Yeah, we'll just have to play it by ear. Let's see what the float is. Super low float. You know, less than 3 million. Here it is pre-market. But yeah, this looks weak right now, so I'm hoping this comes back down because this news is, you know, all they did was just appoint a new someone to the board of directors, which that's a non-event. I mean, that's irrelevant. Just a straight vertical pop because of a new appointment to the board, and then we have this big pullback and weakness. So we'll see how this goes throughout the day. But we're up a couple hundred right now from our 788 position. So we're right here. And I'd like to see it back down here at the 675 or 670-ish area. We'll see what happens. So here you can see it's climbed back and formed a little double top here at the 840 mark. And this happens quite a bit. If you want to be a short seller, you're going to have to be able to take this mentally when this occurs, because many times it will come back and double top or even break out, but you know, 90% of the time, even more, they will come back down and crash either, you know, this day or tomorrow, and it should end up here sub sevens back where it started. So yeah, this is part of it, and you have to be able to take this. You know, every once in a while, very rarely, you'll get one that really breaks out and stays strong all day and stays strong into the aftermarket and the pre-market of the next day. And then in that situation, you know, you lost. Just take it. But most of the time, this is going to happen where there's going to be a double top or a breakout, or, you know, like this. And it just happens. So you got to be able to weather the storm. Okay, so here's that spike, the breakout spike that we were talking about. We had to hold through, and then you can see here in a matter of a second, it went from 9 to sub 8. Bam. I don't know about you, but if I was long, that would freak me out. So from here, it should crash and fade for the rest of the day. Yeah, that's a huge show of weakness, and we'll see how this goes, but that's what you want to see. This was a pretty painful hold. Holding through this was really painful, but that's part of it. You have to study and then trust the data. I know that, you know, mid 90% of the time, this is going to come back down to this within a couple days. And I know that about 70% of the time there's going to be at least a double top and usually a breakout. So this is part of it, and we'll see how this goes. But yeah, that's why this isn't for everybody. You know, yeah, situations like this. So you got to stay tough through that. And yeah, we're about even right now, so we'll give this time and let people um, start to sell off here and lose faith as the day goes on. Okay, it's a little past noon, and I think I'm gonna cover. I was gonna wait, but we're up over $800, and you can see where it kind of tested the $7 here and then bounced, and now it's retesting it. I'm gonna try to cover, see if I can get filled at 710 limit, and let's just lock it in, because with a super low float like this, let's do it. Did it lock? Bought 1,709. Okay, we're out. 776. $776 and about 10 bucks in commissions. So 760, almost 800 bucks. And yeah, I used one of my day trades. And like I said, recently I've been trying to showcase how to deal with the PDT rule, and this may come back down and touch this 675 today, which it probably will, but off this little bounce and then $7 retest with a 2.5 million float, um, you know, lock it in. If you can hold it in these cases, as we've talked about, usually with these patterns, um, they stay down, at least into tomorrow, early morning open, maybe by 10:30. You could cover and get another 25 cents, another, 25 cents per share. But at this point, I'm happy with the trade. I'm okay with using a day trade to get 800 bucks. And this week, especially, there have been a lot of low float runners, even on no news. So sometimes when there are a lot of specific plays or specific industries or sectors that are acting the same way, it's in your best interest to stay away from that. So recently, ZSAN has been low float running. I mean, look at it today, squeezing up from $5 to 20 in a week on, menial news. There's some other ones that are also doing similar things. So that being the case, you'll learn that over time, a lot of the same industries and sectors and plays will do what's called sympathy movement, where, last year there were a lot of sympathy plays in the shipping sector, DRYS, TOPS, and they'll move DCIX, they'll move in tandem with each other. So the fact that this week there's been a lot of low float runners, OPGN ran yesterday too, it crashed back down. But the fact that there's a lot of low float runners this week, and this morning was a tough hold, pretty stressful morning. I'm going to go ahead and lock this in and be happy with it. So yeah, we pretty much got our price target. It's a good trade, good day, and I'm happy with it. So yeah, NETE, big spike on a new board member, which is, as far as a company goes, that's a non-event. But the fact that this guy is well known, he's on CNBC and people know him, his name alone caused this pop. So it ran from 6 to 9. So pretty much a 50% move just because people knew his name and he has some notoriety. And we were able to capitalize on that. So, yeah.